Hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy, I say 1st of December. It's actually the 2nd, but it's the beginning of the month. That means one, it's the holidays. I feel like elf, like Christmas. Christmas is here. Okay. But two, I think it's a good beginning to the end of the year, right? Like take a deep breath, those of you that are surprised. Christmas is around the corner. 2026 is around the corner. I gathered these leaders because really just wanted the ability to kind of talk all the things, and y'all can ask questions and all of that. But my thoughts when it comes to December 1st, right now with this year, it's been a year, there's been a lot of ups and downs all over the place. We've come out of the longest government shutdown, which while this doesn't affect those of us that don't have government employees in our family, it affects our business because I know like Katie personally has customers whose husbands are government employees and things like that. So it everything is affected. So like if you had lower sales last month or things were just puttering and not growing as fast as you would typically see, it's not you. First of all, I want to tell you it is not you. Um, there are just situations in the world right now that are causing a lot of people to halt. But at the same time, there are people that do still have money. There are people that still want to be healthy. There are people that still want what you have. You just have to talk about it more. And I will say, talking to different leaders, sometimes what happens when the world does what it does and all the things that have happened this year, people slow down talking about their business, right? We get in our heads and we think, well, I mean, I know a lot of people that don't even have a job right now. I don't want to like be salesy, or I know a lot of people that are mourning some situations and I really I don't want to be salesy on my page. And what happens is we overthink and talk ourselves out of being us. We talk ourselves out of those things. I will tell you, for me, last month was one of my best months. Like I was so excited and so proud of myself because October personal sales, I hit cab 20 by the skin of my teeth. Um, November, it just came really easy. And I think it's that reminder again that this is the work I did 90 days ago. This is the things that I did over and over and over and continued showed up in November. Like that is what happens when you continue. Now, if there's a time where you're like, okay, this month wasn't so great for me, and I'm not saying, oh, it was great for Amber, it should have been great for you too. I'm saying there's a difference. Katie and I were talking yesterday, and I was talking about how my October was pulling teeth, and she was like, "Ooh, October was great for me," and then vice versa with our Novembers. So it is that reminder too. Katie has a different demographic of people than I do. Katie has a different following on social media than I do. Katie has people that maybe they spend more in January, February, spring, whatever. And I may have people that spend more at the end of the year. Like you never know. So you can't compare what your sales and somebody else's sales are. I hope that is making sense. Um, so what I want to capture with this is one, the second thing I want to talk about, and then we'll just jump into everybody else's thoughts today. But the second part is the mental. So because it's that time of year. So for me, Christmas used to be my most favorite time of the year. I was always super excited, all the things. Since my Mimi died, I mean, it's been 4 years, but since my Mimi died, I don't feel the same at Christmas. My kids are grown. They don't care to decorate with me, to celebrate with me, to do all the things. So my joy or outward feeling of joy at Christmas is just different. So it's easier for me to get in a spot where I'm kind of, like it's easier for me to just sit. And I was talking this morning to somebody about, we either if we get in a mental spot, we either spiral or we just sit in it. And I think for me in that, I tend to just sit and I don't know how to get out. I don't know where to go, who to celebrate, all the things. So this year, I've been intentional with making sure I'm doing all the Christmassy things and surrounding myself with joyful people. I'm surrounding myself with people that are not going to let me sit and make me happy. And Jason made the comment yesterday because we have a shared calendar on our phone. And he was like, wait, what's Saturday night? I was like, oh, that's the Frister's Christmas party on Saturday night, whatever. But it's a yearly thing. I'm like, it's the same one I do every year with Ashley. Oh, okay. And he's like, wait, well, what's next Tuesday? I'm like, oh, I'm going with girlfriends to this Christmas party. Well, but what? I thought no, that's somebody else's Christmas party. He's like, you're just a big party in December. I'm like, yeah, on purpose, like
Yeah,
surrounding myself
I feel you.
with joy, surrounding myself with, well, one, people that make me want to get out of my house. Because if you just sit, you just sit. And two, for people that I'm going to be around people and I'm going to be around people that don't know me too. There are people that know me at these events and there are people that don't know me. So I'm expanding my network. I'm doing as much as I possibly can in a month that
Yeah.
used to be my favorite, that is now an unknown feeling. So that's my thoughts on that. All right, we're gonna just kick it right over. Katie, Susan, Leanne, whoever wants to start first. Y'all, you can tell I'm just talking. Like I'm just thinking all the things that people are thinking and going through, and how do we tackle that?
I want to say really quickly too, it's funny that you had mentioned how different our businesses were because I had reached out to Amber in October. So in October, yeah, when she was having her worst month, I messaged her and I was like, I hit Cap 20. And she's like, I'm about to give away a free freaking pack to somebody because I can't hit Cap 20 to save my life. And then in November, I texted her and I said, man, like Cab 10 right now feels out of reach. And she was like, I just hit 20. And it was like midway through the month. And I'm like, well, Amber, like to you, because I'm struggling. And it's just so funny how different it was. But I talk to different people, and business is always like this. It's never linear. You can find anybody that has any kind of success, and it's never been linear. Like numbers go up and down, sales go up and down. Even in realtor and real estate, it's like sometimes they sell 10 houses that month, and then you go through a recession, and like people are they can't sell their house, no one's buying, and it just happens. And so don't let that sway you. And I told Amber, I was like, I love this business. I love this product. I hate November. I'm ready for it to not be November. But I do feel really good about December. I'm excited for December. The Xeras should be going out soon. I know they had said on the call that one of the 3 products are now in the warehouse. And so I'm excited for that. But I'm getting really, really crystal clear this month on my goals, which I think this is where I fell short in November. Sometimes we really have to take a look and go, okay, so if I'm having a crappy November and Amber's having a great one, like obviously it's not, it's got to be like something. Can I do something different? Can I do something more? Right? It's not like all the way across the board. If other people are winning, if we're the only ones that are struggling or spinning our wheels or feel like we're banging our heads against the wall, but somebody else is seeing success, Amber's great November proved there are people out there still willing to spend money, still wanting to join a business, still wanting to get healthy, right? And so this month I'm getting really crystal clear and intentional. I did not do that last month. Last month was just like a blur to me. I don't really know. It was weird with the holiday. So I'm getting really, really clear on that. And I'm also going to be setting like goals. Like I have set goals. You cannot just go, hey, I'm going to eat healthy, but then not know what you're going to eat, right? Like you can't go, oh, well, I'm going to go to the gym and then show up without a routine or without like a structure. You have to know and break it down into bite-sized pieces what you have to do to get to that goal. So if CAB 10 is your goal, and I wrote notes because I'm squirrely brained. So you'll need approximately 3 customers a week, right? That puts you at 12. Or let's say for auto elite, that's also 12 customers over $100. And so that's approximately 3 a week. What can you do each week to get those 3? Following up, sharing on your social media, going live, doing the reels, posting your before and after, getting testimonies, those kinds of things. If you want to double your team, right? Let's say your goal is, maybe you're not so CAB focused because CAB is great, but you want to build a team. You want to double the size of your team. You're going to need to enroll promoters. And so you can't just go out there, well, I'm going to enroll promoters. Okay, but how? How are you going to do it? Are you going to talk about the opportunity, do the dual lives, interview people, plug them into the correct pages? Like our team has a sneak peek page, so we add people into the sneak peek page if they're interested in joining, and it gives them an idea of how to earn VIP bonuses, our team, those kinds of things, different people's stories, that third party validation. So break them into bite-sized pieces and then do whatever you've got to take. I've never been the person, and I talked to Amber about this as well. I've never been the one that's like, okay, can we game plan? And can you look at my posts? And what do you think about like I've never been that person. I'm just like, okay, here's my goal. Watch me go get it. And so I figure it out along the way. Whether it's taking my phone to the toilet with me so I can interact, whether it's making my husband drive whenever we go somewhere so I can follow up, whether it's, taking if I show up to a dinner date or, something early, like I'm sitting in my car in the parking lot and I'm getting my extra work done. Do you want it or not? Right? Because I've always said that somebody out there was given a worse card, a deck of hands, whatever card, you know what I'm saying? And done, just don't laugh at me. What is it? Hand of cards? I don't know. They
A
were
worse
given a
hand
worse,
dealt.
whatever. There we go. And they are doing more with it, right? There's always somebody out there with more kids, more hours at their job, less free time, more struggles, more health issues, still making it happen because they want it to happen. We all have the same 24 hours a day. So I've always told myself that whenever I'm like, okay, November was not that great of a month for me, but you know what? Someone else is out there who had a worse month personally who probably did better in their business than I did because they just were more intentional. And so I'm getting very, very intentional with my time and with the way that I work my business this month.
Well, and I think too, okay, so Katie, like looking back, end of September, 1st of October, like your family went through a lot of losses
Mhm.
and there was a lot of grieving going on. So I personally would think maybe things were slower on your personal reach outs that you normally do and things like that because you were helping your family, you were grieving, you were focusing on your circle, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Like, so when those things trickle over, it's also okay, guys. I want you to hear this. It's okay to go, yeah, I took time for my family.
Mhm.
And that's what I'm doing. And she still talked Thrive. I just don't think she was as much as intentional. And that's what she
Yeah.
was just saying. And so it's okay to go, but that's not where I end the year.
Yeah. I mean, there was definitely days where I rolled over and I was like, nope, not today. Like we've all been there. But I mean, I still
That's
work my
okay.
business on the outside. Like it was my storefront, you know what I mean? But I was going through a lot, mentally with my family and just things like that. And so my follow-ups could have been better. My reach outs could have been better. I could have probably intentionally grown my network a little bit more. And so that was the beginning of October. And so in November, I definitely felt that, you know what I mean? Like Amber had said when she was on cloud nine, having like this phenomenal November, that was seeds that she had probably planted 30 to 60 to 90 days ago. And so when I spent that week or two just kind of like it showed in November, and that's okay, but like I picked it back up. And so if you're in a season right now where you're like, man, things are kind of sucking and they're really low, it's like I would encourage you to go back. What were you doing in August and September? How were you working your business? Were you growing your network? That's something that a lot of people, and it's okay to admit this, all right, a lot of people struggle growing your network. Even if you just added 2 people a day, I suck at math, so I'm gonna pull my calculator out. That's 730 people a year. 730 people a year. If you are sharing consistently, doing the things, actually plugging in what you learn. So, like our business, I heard this one time, I don't remember who said it, but she said, our business is like a puzzle. Like, you cannot see the whole picture without all of the pieces. There will always be a gap if you don't fill in every single piece. And so make sure that you're growing your network. And if you're doing all those things, one enrollment a week should be easy. One enrollment a week should be cake. That's 52 enrollments a year. And newsflash, it only takes one to change your business. And so that's just the way that I look at things. But I'm going to stop talking because I don't want to take up the whole time. I totally could though.
That's such a great reminder. It only takes one to change your business. All right, Susan, you're unmuted. I'm going to throw it to you.
What specifically do you want me to talk about? Because I feel like I could be all over the place right now. I am going to say something that I think there is no excuse to not have free accounts and something to work with. I've really had this conversation a lot in the last month with down to the wire of who the heck am I even going to reach out to? Y'all, you should set a goal every single month to have 10 free accounts. I'm not saying they have to order. I'm not saying they have to order 10 free accounts regardless, just so you have somebody to follow up with, so that somebody is trickling and getting your information. You can ask Katie and Amber both, how do I do it? I just tell people happy birthday and then I send them a sample and bam, I have my 10 for the end of the month. I also want to talk about mentality of going into this season. I can remember, or without fail, sometimes somebody always says, without fail, oh, well, everybody's spending their money on Christmas. Well, people don't have as much money right now because of government shutdown or because of Christmas. And I will traditionally tell you that December is my highest month, and this is my 12th December to go into. If you think people are not going to order because it's Christmas, guess what? People are not going to order because it's Christmas. So get that out of your head. Change your mentality. I am a selling machine. People are spending money this month. They can spend it with you and they can spend it with somebody else. If you have credits, absolutely share those with your customers in order to get your 5 so that you get 250 more and then get it to 10. And here's why, because it's very, tell them, hey, Merry Christmas. My special treat this year or this month is I am putting $25 in credits on your account for your $150 order or whatever it is. Go look and see what their order was. One thing I don't like is whenever I'm doing trainings and I have people say, just go get 10 customers. Well, how the hell do you go get 10 customers? Like, okay, you can tell me all day long to go get 10 customers, but how the heck do you do it? And y'all, I'm just going to tell you, if I look back on every single message I have, there are at least 7 to 10 follow-ups before they actually order. Do not give up after 3. If they have not ordered yet and you have a free account, your message out to them today is, hey, I am so sorry we haven't been able to make it happen for you to start thriving with me, but I am not giving up on you until you tell me to. LOL. Make it funny. Put a laughing emoji in there if you need to. And then say, but here's the deal. They are dropping something big today because it is the holidays. And I'm telling you, thriving through the holidays is the only way to go. Is it okay if I send that information over to you? They may ghost you. They may ignore you. They may say, sure. Even if there's nothing that dropped, you come up with something. I have to do a bazillion follow-ups. There are at least 100 follow-ups going in my messenger at all given times. And that is why I am able to hit those cabs. Did it start overnight? Absolutely not. I have strategically built and built and built. And I don't know if y'all do this or not, but at the end of every month, I send Maria a summary of every big accomplishment I had in the month and then what I slacked on or what fell short, because I can't be perfect all the time. I'm pretty damn close, but I can't be perfect all the time. I'm just kidding. And I said I had 106 customers order and 48 of those are free going into December. That's already half of what my goal is. How do I do that? I literally work my tail off to make sure my customers have their referrals. And how do I do that? I'm not just telling you to do it. How you do it. You go to your customers and you say, hey, I just found 3 samples on your account to go out to your friends and family. Who do you want them to go to? They will reply back to you with 2 or 3 names. Great, that's fantastic. Can you let them know that I'm going to be sending them this sample of the same stuff you use? All I need is their name, their email, their phone number, and their actual physical address so I can get it to them. Wait for that information, do the smart sampling after that. Y'all, I refer like, well, then once I've got that referral, it's my job to follow up. It's not that customer's job. I've got to do it. Again, that many customers and that many referrals did not happen overnight. When did cab drop? Was it last July? Has it been well over a year that we've been having the cab bonus thing going on? That's when I started, maybe June or July of last year, of just trying. Well, back then we didn't have the 5 and 10 option. We only had the 20 option. Of just doing my. Do y'all all remember when you freaked out when you had to have 12 for auto bonus elite? Like we all almost just went into an absolute fall apart. That's the easy thing I get to do now. But I strategically kept going and going and going. And I'm going to put in a little secret right here, Amber Mainquist. Yeah, sometimes you do have to send free Thrive to somebody. If you are 1 to 3 people away and you're like, damn, I got a $5,000 bonus on the line, freaking go buy it for somebody. Go buy credits and send it to their account and order for them. It doesn't have to be a pack. You can do a $150 order without it going into a pack. Buy the credits, put them in there, do what you got to do. Do not miss a bonus over one person. And y'all, it's tax write-off, so just do it. And do I do that to get to my 100 goal every month? Yeah, there's probably 2 or 3 under each of the accounts that I work. They're probably there.
Okay, let's talk that really fast because yeah, I did a bonus post last month at the end of the month for a collagen bundle and something else, right? I was like, I'm making this happen. Do the business math. I know Janelle and I've had this conversation. I'm sure I've had it with a lot of you. If you're going, let's just do 10 cab for easy math, right? 10 cab is $500. If you're at 8 and you have 2 people that are only at $100 on their next auto ship order or their next order, they're only at $150 in credits to each of those is $100. You're spending $100 in credits to earn $500. So that means you're getting $400 for $100 in credits. So like I say that because it is business math. And I've done that kind of math since I was at the salon by myself, right? Like everything is business math. It is what you spend, you better be bringing in more than you're spending, but
For
it's
sure.
okay to spend money to bring money in. And then also I will say something I know I hear a lot, people struggling with helping their people thrive for free. They're like, oh, I said, you just got to know 2 people. Let's get. Here is something I learned a long time ago at the salon. If I was offering one of my clients something to benefit them, they weren't necessarily going for it. It's almost like they felt bad, right? But if I said, hey, it really helps me and my business if you send me 2 referrals. It helps me and my business and my goals for the year or for this month or whatever the case is, right? It's really helpful if you can send me referrals. My goal is to help more people feel better. Who do you know? All of a sudden, they're like, oh, I want to help you. Oh, yeah. What's your goals? Where are you at? Versus, no, I'm good. Like, like there are people that they're happy paying for their Thrive and they don't want to tell anybody about it. And I'm like, because I'm always about not leaving money on the table. But if that's your situation, then switch your verbiage. Hey, it's really helpful to me if my friends and customers that love their Thrive would send me more referrals. I want to help more people. I want to help more people feel better. I have a goal this month. Can you help me to hit that goal, to reach that goal, to get closer to that goal? I'm telling you, everybody becomes super helpful. And so then you can, utilize credits and things for the new customer, right? You're running your own promos, your own specials. All right. Susan, I kind of interrupted you to talk about business math. Did you have anything else?
Yes, I just wanted to add one more thing. Y'all, we all and your customers and your promoters all have things that happen. I know Katie had a lot of stuff going on. I've also dealt with that while doing my business. This last month we have had some crazy family chaos, and my really close tribe knows all about it. It's the most hurtful thing I've ever went through in my life, and I have been through a divorce and a custody battle, y'all. Like, this is one of the most hurtful, emotional things I'm having to deal with right now. My business is a great distraction. And I understand, even when my dad was super sick and I had to deal with all that, my business was a great distraction. It was my positivity in life. And so I was very thankful for that. I'm not saying you have to be emotionalist. I'm not saying that you just blow off the stuff that's happening in your family. Julie, who across the street neighbor, hit a car bonus, hit a lifestyle bonus. Her daughter got married in November, and there's just a lot with that. And so I'm telling you, like, pray over your business every day. Take your time for your family and your emotions and things that you need to deal with, but don't check out, because this right here, um Amber is in my tribe, and so they have lifted me up and filled me with positivity in some of the most uncomfortable situations that I have been in. Absolutely most uncomfortable situations I've been in. Like, I've called Maria and said, I just need you to say a few nice things about me right now as I'm about to walk into a room. And she'll do it. And I'll be like, thanks, talk to you later. And then I can handle things. But don't walk away from this. I know Katie, during October, I mean, this is when all of that hit. We were right there to surround her. And I'm grateful that we all have those kind of relationships. So I'm just saying, don't check out, stay in the game, and I hope y'all have a great day. That's all I have to say.
You're the best. Stay on the line because we'll come back to you. All right, Leanne, take it away, sister.
I don't know if there's anything left to say. These two girls, I was like, "Ooh, I was
Stop it
going to
right
talk about
now.
that. Ooh, I was going to talk about that. Ooh, I was going to talk about that." No, I love it so much. And just to piggyback off what Susan was saying, and this is not even in my notes at all, like, stay plugged in to people that feel like sunshine. Like, it is so, so, so important to have those people that when life sucks, and life is going to suck sometimes, that they can be those people that's like, dude, you got this, or get your shit together. Let's freaking go. Like, remind you that you're a badass and you can do hard things, because that's what all of these women in this year particularly have done for me. And like, I read this thing yesterday and I just had to screenshot it. I put it in my story, and it, like, I felt like, did I just write this myself and don't remember writing it? And so it said, January tested me, February drained me, March broke me, April let me go or made me let go, May healed something I thought I'd never recover from, June reminded me who I am, July made me rebuild, August tested my strength again, September shifted my mindset, October made me unstoppable, November reawakened my power, and December I'm walking in alignment, peace, and power. And I was like, holy shit, did I just write that? Because that was 2025. Like, that was the all of the things, the ups, the downs, the that's going to knock you on your ass, but it's completely up to you if you're going to get back up. It's completely up to the people that you surround yourself with if you're going to get back up and you're going to do the dang thing. Like, that hit me so hard yesterday that I was like, you know what? December, I have to walk in alignment and power and peace, because this freaking thing just said so. And it talked about my entire last year. So on the note of those things, now let me go back to my notes so that I'm not squirrel, just like Katie. I heard in the very beginning that people were like, I don't want to be salesy. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. So don't be. We have a product that sells itself. We have a product that is the salesperson. You just have to be the share person. And I know we hear that all the time. Like, we're not in sales, we're in shares. Like, we really are in sales, but that doesn't mean you have to be salesy. You can just brag on what your products do for you and how it helps you through all of these seasons in life over and over and over again. And when you're doing it from your heart and you're doing it for the right reasons, it's not icky and it's not salesy. So if you don't want to be salesy, don't be salesy. Be authentic, be real, step into your power, know what you have your hands on. Also, I heard somebody say something about this is the slow season and people aren't spending any money right now. this is the month people spend the most money. This is the month that people have been saving for all year long. This is the month that people are like, where am I going to find the best deal to maximize these dollars that I've been saving all year long to do all the things? And so I want you to open your phone, open your email, and tell me how many stores and companies that you have followed or you have given your email or your phone number to in the past. How many times did they text you? Because Dick's Sporting Goods, we're like best friends. They've messaged me so much with the deals happening in the last 72 hours. Academy, holy crap. Like every bat is on sale, every batting glove, every football, like all of the things that we purchase on a regular basis. Because when I walk in there and they ask me for my phone number, I give it to them. When they ask me for my email, I give it to them. Like you can't get more salesy than those people, and they have no shame. But you know what I've done every single time? I've looked, I've gone, and I've added stuff to cart. So don't be ashamed to share what you have your hands on. And we literally have something for every single body or skin. Like, hello, we have all the things. So remember that, like, people shop now more than they shop all year long. It's just going to be when they see that deal that you post, that's going to give them that thing. And I'll tell you guys, all year long, somebody can tell you, I don't have $160. I don't have this. I don't have that. But the second you're like, hey, I have $25 off your $160 order, and now they're getting a deal, they're jumping all over it. They're finding that money. They're figuring out how to make it happen, especially if you've spent the last 11 months, last 2 weeks, last 5 days, last 10 minutes sharing about what this product is doing for you, and not being salesy, but being sherry. So another thing that Katie said too that I wanted to jump back to was what were you doing when you were having your most successful moments? What were you doing when you felt most successful? Go back on social media and look at those posts. Go back in your memories and look at what were you posting right now that made you have a big December? What weren't you doing that you need to step up and do? Like, you are totally in control of your attitudes and your efforts. Just create yourself a plan. And then on that, I'm also going to jump back to my 2025. And then when 2025 is over, I'm never talking about this year ever again in my life. But in 2024, I did not, for the first time in this business, create a vision board, create something visual to put right in front of my face to keep me aligned and keep me focused on why I was doing what I was doing every single day. And when you don't have that in front of you, it is very easy to say, I'm not going to show up for my business today because I don't even know what I'm working towards. And it's crazy that going into year 9 for me in this business, I didn't have a plan because I thought I'm already doing all the things. I already know everything that I'm doing. And I can promise you that if you looked back at all of the previous years where I had a visual vision board, those years were much more successful than this last year was. But I'm going to give myself grace because it was a hard year. Like, it just was a hard year, but I know what I have to do going into 2026. I need a vision board. I need to know on that what my kids want out of this business. I need to know what my husband wants out of this business. I need to know what I want out of this business and what I want for other people out of this business. And I need to put it in front of my dang face every single day. So on the hard days when life sucks, and it's going to suck, I'm like, that's what I'm working for. That's why I'm going to show up even on the days that suck. That's why I'm going to do what I want to do. I remember going back to 2016 when I very first started this. I wrote on my chalkboard wall because I took over my kids' playroom and made it my office. And I have 3 things written on that chalkboard wall when I started this business: J Home, Cadillac Escalade, and Disney. And before the end of 2016, I started the very end of June, I had a Cadillac Escalade. My husband was retiring from his job, and we had Disney passes because I had that visual in front of my face every single day. And I knew what I was working for every single day. So when somebody was ugly or nasty, I'm like, I don't give a shit what you say. I'm working for those things right there for my family. Or if somebody's like, no, not today, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to come back to you when you are ready because I know you're going to be ready. So put that on your paper, 2026 vision board. Make sure that you have that laid out in front of you where you can see it all the time, and don't tuck it somewhere where you never go in your house so that you never look at it. If you have to pin it to the back of the front door, so every time you leave the house, you have a reminder of what you're doing every single day that you're doing it, do that. Put it in your face. Write it on your mirror. I remember I used to write ranks on my mirror, like 4K by this date. Like, I wrote those things on my mirror. So I looked at it every day and was like, yeah, you are, girl. Yeah, you are going to do it. Like, be your best hype person there. Katie said at the end, it really all comes down to how bad you want it. I can show you how to do it. We can make well, Katie can make the graphics. We can, we can lead the way. We can tell you all day long what we're doing to get there. I can't send the messages for you. I can't show up for you every single day. I'll show up alongside you every single day, but I can't do it for you. It all comes down to how bad you want it. And again, how important those things you put on that vision board are. And maybe on that vision board, you have $50 extra a week. Beautiful. Work so hard for that $50 extra, because when you do that, it's going to turn into $500 extra and $5,000 extra. And I know in this world that we live in right now, we need all of those extra doll hairs that we can get. We do, and the person next to you does. So talk about that every single day. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys with what we're doing in my team. We talked about it on a Zoom the other night. I've done it a few years in the past. I actually hadn't even crossed my mind to do it this year until I heard some people on my team talking about, hey, what we did last year or the years prior, we need to do that again. 12 Days of Christmas giveaways. This is such an easy way for you to get in front of new people, for you to get started back being comfortable in social media. Make yourself go live every single day. So first thing that I want you to do is I want you to buy one of the assortment packs, use your credits, buy the assortment packs. There's 10 3-day of each one of those items in there. So that's 10 of your 12 days. Dun, 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 dun. First day, you're going to give away a 3-day sample of your Thrive experience. I'm sure if you don't have 3 extra days to spare, your upline or somebody, or even I have it, 3 days in the cloud. We can just send it off to your person, give away a 3-day experience, go live on day 1 and talk about, I'm giving this away. This is what my capsules do. This is what my shake does. This is what my DFT does. I'm giving this away. Tag somebody in this live, share this live to get an entry. So now you're getting in front of your people and you're getting in front of your people's, and you have a reason for going live. I know some people are like, I just don't know what to talk about. Well, here, something to talk about, 3-day sample. So that's on day 1. Then all of the other 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're going to give away something out of that assortment pack, 3 days out of that assortment pack. Your people have to tag somebody. Your people have to share. We're going to get bonus points if these are brand new people that are winning, which you get to pick the winner. So I'm not saying rig it, but hello, work it so that you're getting your new people, so that you're getting new people in there. And then on your very last day, which falls on Christmas Eve, if you start this on December 13th. So the 13th to the 24th would be, 13th to the 24th would be your 12 Days of Christmas giveaway. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes. 13 to the 24th, you do your last one and do a 7-day, like that's your grand prize, a 7-day Thrive experience. You're going to ship it right to them, send it on their way. I promise that you have time to order your assortment pack. You have time to pull together your extra product, reach out to your uplines. I promise if this is something that you do 12 days in a row, your upline's going to be like, heck yeah, I'll help you get that 7-day sample experience out. Like, help you do that. It's going to make you go live every single day. It's going to make your network start sharing, because who doesn't love to play a game or enter something? Like, your network wants to do that. So that is the thing that we're doing, that we're going to push, that we're going to get that out there. You guys can use your credits to get your assortment pack. Maybe you already have, 3 days of every one of those plus lines around there. Maybe you don't love all the plus lines that come in that, so you want to buy different plus lines, but that's the easiest way to do it. 3-day sample on the first day, 7-day sample on the last day, and then one of each one of those products in the assortment pack for the other days. And wear a Santa hat. Be cute.
I want to say something to Leanne from that, because I'm telling you, when I first started, I was getting samples out the door. We didn't have the sample mail out. It's like, if you don't think we're spoiled right now, I encourage you to join 8 years ago when we didn't have live videos, we didn't have sample mail outs. Like, I was going to the post office and we were on a first name basis. But when I was literally getting samples out quicker than Lavelle could get them on my doorstep, because I was doing giveaways. Make it fun. Do like, okay, today tag a friend to enter. Tomorrow's might be, you comment energy, and when I say pack, the person before me won. Like, you'll get people commenting over and over and over and over and over again trying to win that. Make it fun, but also you can go and message people that did not win. And that is how I've always done that. They are entering your giveaway, it is completely like free game now for you to get into their inbox and say, hey, Amber, just want to let you know I did the drawing for the free sample or the week of balance or whatever you can do. Unfortunately, you didn't win, but I did want to offer you the, discount it, right? Whatever it may be. I think for the sample mail out credits, they're like $12 a piece to break even. Do 15, do 20. I know people who do 30 and who sell them like hotcakes. So you can get them out the door for 12 or 15. As far as going live, if you're scared to go live, I need to get better at this also. Because I was looking back at like what I did when I started. I was going live with like a baby spitting up all over me, like binky clip. Remember the binky clips? So like you wouldn't lose them. I had like my binkies clipped to me, like messy bun, dirty t-shirts, but I was so freaking excited for my pack that came in. I never, we used to get the Christmas DFTs, this candy skull DFTs. I was like, ah! And I was going live. I was like, you want to get a sample of these? I was excited. I could have sold ice to an Eskimo because of how excited I was. So your energy makes a difference as well. Don't get on there and be like, oh, I'm giving away a sample. How are you going to tell someone they give you energy when you don't have any? Okay. So get up there and be energetic. Go put Ice Ice Baby on your Alexa, dance it out in the kitchen, whatever song it is, Eye of the Tiger, get going, get excited, get pumped up, and then hit the live button. I used to do it all the time. Opportunity lives.
Don't
Product
use that
lives.
music while you're live though, because
Well, you know what? I've gone, yeah, don't do it. I'll even sing it live. I've done that.
oh, absolutely.
But literally, like, just go live, and it's scary at first. So some of my tips for that would be number one, to get a sticky note. I have these little tiny ones, so I don't cover like my whole entire screen. Hang on. I have these little teeny weeny sticky notes. And wherever your viewers will show, like if your viewers show right there, just throw that sticky note over the viewers. You won't be able to see how many people are on there, right? Problem solved. Because some people, they get in their head when they're like, oh, no one's watching, or only 2 people are watching, or if 20 people are watching, 20 people is a lot. Actually, I would speak in front of a room with 20 people and my armpits would get sweaty. But cover up the viewers, okay? Don't worry about it. Or put the privacy to only me, and then when you're done doing the video, change it to public, right? So then people can watch it afterwards. And I'm telling you, 8 years in, like I've been in this industry, actually almost 11 years in March, but 8 years here with Thrive, and my heart still goes pitter patter before I hit the live button. Like it never goes away. But once you start and once you're in there, you just go. And before you know it, you've been talking for 20 minutes, hanging out with people like they're your best friends. So cover the viewers if you need to. Engage with them in real time. Live videos are the best way to follow up with people. Video always has been, always will be king, okay? When someone hops on, if Leanne hopped on my live, I'm like, hey, Leanne, what's going on? She's down in Florida. I've got 4 feet of snow outside. Let me know what the weather is where you're at. I'd be like, hey, Ashley, what's going on? How's your kids? I would talk to people. Or if people would comment to me as I was talking, I would engage back with them. Okay. You ever be watching someone's video or listening to something and they call you out by name and you're like, ooh, like they said my name in front of everybody. Like you make people feel good. You're talking to them and you're making them feel good, right? And ultimately this comes down to how we make people feel. Want them to like, know, and trust us. And we do that by making them feel good and feel connected to them. So live videos, go do it. I love that, Leanne. I'm going to actually take that 12 days of giveaways. And I think I'm going to do that, but maybe with like a twist. So like maybe every day, like a new leader will do it. And then we'll all kind of like cram our people into there. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll get creative.
I love it. And then like Katie said, just because somebody doesn't win your particular giveaway doesn't take them out of your running, you're going forward. Like at the very end, you can go back and you can see all the people that commented, all the people that were watching, all the people trying to participate. And then this is where you could be like, hey, you didn't win, but I do want to give you $25 off your first month. Or you didn't win the 7-day sample, but I do have a 3-day sample for you. What's your address? Like you can always go back to them and offer something else. So I love that. I'm excited to see what you guys come up with to do this. It's super fun. And it's just a really fun way to get in front of so many more people and have fun with it. Like this is a jolly time of year. Put on reindeer ears, put on a Santa hat, like have fun with it. Dress up, be cute, wear Susan's sweater. Like
and name it something fun too. Like I have a girl on my team, her name's Ashley, and she's so creative. So like in March, it'll be like luck of the draw or the lucky bags or the love bags for Valentine's Day. Like they could be like Santa's Santa's goodie sack. Don't call it Santa's sack, okay? Call it like Santa, call it like something else, okay? Like Santa's bag of goodies. Like get creative. Like listen, some things sound good till you say them out loud, you know. But ask Chat GPT like, hey, I'm doing little sample giveaways. Can you give me names for these sample packs that are around Christmas or around New Year's or getting better through the holidays? And she'll give you a bunch of them and name them something different. Because if you're just getting on here every day going sample, 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 right? But all of a sudden it pops up in their feed and they're like, oh, a Santa's bag of goodies. What the heck is that? Like, it's gonna just draw attention to them. So just be creative with that as well.
So, okay, let's my brain, I'm like I've been running so much down and my brain is like I'm ready. Okay, so some things that I think I'm gonna do. So I want to put these out there so that y'all can also be thinking, well, do I want to do it this way or how can I do it for me? You know, all the things, right? So what I love about the 12 days of giveaways that she said, going live every day. So she's going live every day and talking about a different product. Okay. So I have done 12 days of giveaways before, but I've made this kilo graphic and just put the graphic out there. No, like that's just scrolly, right? So going live is such a genius idea. Like it challenges you to go back to going live, first of all, it challenges me. Okay. But also here's something else. And we're cyber tagged today. So if you have not cyber tagged yet, you can stock up on stuff today. And then also don't forget to go send people the cyber tag text because like Leanne said, us, our people, all the people have been bombarded since last Monday with text and emails from all the companies, right? So if you're dependent on them responding to Lavelle's email or Lavelle's text, they're just seeing that as another store, right? Another text from another company. When you reach out personally, they're probably going to pay more attention. So just make sure, right? Make sure they know about the cyber tag. Don't let it pass them by. But what I'm thinking on that 12 days of giveaways is let's say you have product at your house that you have too much of. Okay. Use that. Oh, I've got this much collagen peptides, or I've got this much Cran Plus, or this much candy cane shakes, or this much Activate. You can do your own with what you have. Okay. So I want to encourage you, utilize all the different ways. And you can that way you can talk about a different product every day. When I did the customized collagen carts, I was doing a discount on it. Now that's been for 2 months. I've had like the following month, like they're ordering the collagen cart again on their own. So it's not like, oh, I'm talking about it, it's a one-time sale. I'm talking about it, I'm getting people to try something new and different, and now they're sold. And this is the thing they're doing. I don't know if y'all saw my post about cream makeup. I'm like, I'm not happy with any of the makeup that I've worn for years and years and the different ones I've tried. So I'm giving in. I'm finally trying the cream makeup. And I was like, I'm ready. Like, I'm just ready. And I'm going to tell you, if I go to the store, I'm looking on my own, I'm cheap. And so I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I got really overwhelmed. I got a referral. I asked my Moto Moms group, I'm like, does anybody sell this makeup? Like, I'm ready. I'm online. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to do. Girl messaged me. She was like, send me a selfie of you. I'm going to create you a cart. She's like, what are you looking for? It was a quick little thing. I trusted her. She created me a cart. I put in my card number. I was done. I was like, done. Like, it was so easy. So there are people like that that want something from you and they want you to do it. They want you to custom create their cart. They want you to just do it for them and send them a link. They put their information in and they're done. Okay. But something else. So the message who didn't win, I love that. I used to do that. I don't do it enough. Use Chat GPT for ideas. Guys, if you're sitting stuck and you're like, I don't know, so not today, go ask ChatGPT. Tell it, hey, I'm stuck in an idea to go live today, or I'm stuck in how to promote my Thrive business today. Like when I say ChatGPT learns you, y'all, it knows me because of all the things that I've asked. And I asked it one day about our recovery, our not recovery, about our NAD. It is recover, right? Or what is that called?
Revive.
Revive. I'm like, I just drank it. Let me look in the trash. But I asked about our NAD and recovery for an injured athlete. And it automatically came back and told me why. And then it said, do you need other ideas for Carson? Like it said his name, and I didn't say his name that time, but it knows Carson is my athlete I talk about. Carson is the motocross racer, all the things, right? So it's so funny and weird and crazy cool all at the same time. Um, Something else, vision board. When she talked about the vision board, I immediately thought about, and I got sad for a second, because I thought about how we used to have such a large local team here, and we would do a vision party every year, or a vision board party every year, and it was so fun. And I haven't had it in several years because there's just not a lot of motivated local promoters here around me in my team. Okay. But um, when Leanne said that, I got a little sad for a second. And then I was like, wait, I have a great idea. I'm going to host a vision board party to my friends, to my neighbors. I'm going, because what did I say that I'm doing is I'm getting out of my home. I'm getting out of my bubble. I'm going to face with more people, right? So I'm going to do that and invite my friends, my neighbors, people around me. That's bringing new people to me. We're going to have a vision board party. It doesn't matter what you do, what your business is. We're going to have a vision board goals, start the new year party. I'm going to say wear your comfy clothes because Christmas, all December, by January, people are like, I'm so tired of dressing up. I'm tired of having to bring a gift or right? So January, we're coming, we're going to be cozy, all the things. So I'm putting that idea out there. Take it, use it, do what you want with it. If you have local team, do it in person, great. If you don't, have it with your friends, non-thrivers. And you can also, one thing I learned from doing the Xera, the little demo party I had here, have your different plus line products out on the counter for beverages because they start looking, they're nosy. What's this crayon plus? What is this? Oh, I want the pink lemonade flavor. What, we have blue raspberry now. Mine should be coming in the mail tomorrow. Like all the things, have those things laid out so that they're interested in trying something new. It would be no different than if you bought a bunch of different beverages at the store and had a little beverage bar. You're doing your beverage bar with your Thrive products. And by the way, some of our beverage products go really well with like sparkling water and stuff. Like don't just mix it with water. You can make it bubbly. Okay, that's what I'm taking away. Those are the ideas I have. Also, don't forget to still be posting about Xera. Even I have slowed down because we posted so much leading up to the pre-order, but guys, it's going to be for sale again. So we need to be posting those things. And I'm going to challenge you, don't wait until you try it yourself or until you have results yourself. Just post the before and afters or post I love the one side face photos, the ones that said this side with Xera, because you can literally see the eyebrow way up here and like you can see the difference. All right, Susan, Katie, Leanne, Janelle, anybody, do you have any additional ideas, takeaways, things to do December, plan for January? We'll wrap up this session with that.
Just stay consistent. That would be my biggest thing, especially through the holidays. Just try to make sure you're going to be busy. Everybody else is going to be busy. Just stay consistent, doing what you know to do every day, reaching out, following up, posting, doing your reels, connecting with your leaders, and then adding names to your network, the 54321 every day.
Yeah. What she said, be consistent. And you always have to, I mean, it's mundane every day. Like, wake up, do your IPAs, interact, grow your network, do your birthdays, post. Sometimes we're like, man. But it's like, you can't just call out of work because you don't want to go to work. Like, if you want a paycheck and you want to feed your kids, put food on your table, you have to go to work. It's the same thing with the business, right? I went 200K literally in labor. Like, I was in the hospital. I was not pushing. Okay. I was waiting to dilate. But I was like quite literally in the hospital in labor when I went 200K. Just because it means a lot to me. Right. And I think of all the times where I could have slowed down or I could have stopped when life got hard, but I had to be like, life got hard, but I'm here present because of this business. And so flip it to think of it that way. Like, what do you want this business to do for you? Pay off your debt, buy a home, start a savings, invest for your kids and for your future, and then work this business every single day like someone's trying to steal it from you. If I gave you the keys to a Lamborghini, and let me scratch this. Let me go a step further. Okay, I'm gonna get really dramatic here. If I took your kid and I said, I'm not giving your kid back until you hit cap 10, you'd have it tomorrow. I'd have it in 20 minutes. Okay, it's dramatic. I know. I'm not going to take your kid. Okay, my 3 are plenty. But work your business like someone is trying to rip it from your hands, and your children and your financial stability 5-10 years down the road relies on it, because it does. And show up every day like that. Whether you feel like it or not, think about that long-term vision that you have in this business, because you have to show up do mundane things every day if you want it to happen.
I love that so much. And I want to put this out there. Y'all, she didn't go 200K in labor because she only talked about Thrive that week leading up to labor. Like, she went 200K while she was in labor because all the work she and her team did the months prior. And so all that work leading up to, she was like, well, we're not giving up now. Like, it's kind of like cooking a baby, when you get to that point of labor, you're like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to push. I'm over. I'm tired. I'm done. But you got to keep going.
And you know what, too, is I was not sitting in that hospital bed refreshing my volume. I wasn't going refresh. Why isn't it going up? I was going out there and going, how can I make it go up? So get out of your back office. Quit refreshing your wheels. Go make your wheels go up.
Okay. I'm like seeing Maya raised her hand, and I'm focusing on Katie's talking, and I can't apparently do both. Yes, what Katie said. Maya, did you want to talk?
So last night, or was it last night? I'm crazy today, always crazy. But last night, I needed 2 to hit my cap 10. And did I want to stay up? No, I did not want to stay up, but I stayed up and hit that cap 10, right? And it's the same thing when a promoter calls at 10:30 p.m. or 11 p.m. because it's 8 p.m. where they are. I could just say I'll call them back tomorrow, right? But I answer that phone when they call, even if it is late. I try to create boundaries, but it's just that extra half hour that could get you $500. It's a choice.
Well, and 2, don't forget, be sending the messages, be reminding people, because I literally have a customer messaging me back right now from a message I sent yesterday morning. So like, she's just now met, she's like, oh shoot, is this still going on? Thank you. Yes, it is. But it's okay to go back and follow up with people. But like, I basically put out there, hey, there's Cyber Tag going on. I also have my own personal special. So like, if people are like, oh, I can't do $200 or tag somebody, that's okay. What's your budget? Let's see what we can do for the month. blah, 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 right? Because I still have a goal to hit more this month than I hit last month, you know? So I'm doing business math and I'm like, how can I help them? And how can I achieve my goals? So thank you all so much. Happy Tuesday, happy December, happy payday. All the things. I hope you took something away. I took away a lot. I have a whole lot of notes. Do not get off this Zoom and let it pass you by. I encourage you to just trickle in something that you took away into the rest of this week, into the rest of this month, okay? Thank you so much. Oh, and tomorrow night, is it tomorrow night? Is the Go with Xera training. Hold on. Wednesday it's 6 to 8 Central. So Wednesday night, Go Xera training. Don't miss it. Okay. Love y'all. Bye.